It's safe to say most people aren't thrilled about having their mugshots taken. Every day, thousands of people get their pictures taken after being taken in for criminal charges. They're told to look at the cameras as their images are taken for police records. Most folks look serious and stone-faced while they get their mugshots taken because it's not exactly the most exciting photo shoot they've taken part in, and they certainly aren't getting the snapshots to impress their friends on social media. Some mugshots, however, get wide-scale recognition outside the police department for one reason or another. No doubt you've seen a mugshot that's gone viral, whether because it was a famous celebrity or because of some other sensational quality that virtually begged for public commentary and shares. Keep in mind, all criminals are innocent until proven guilty, and that all crimes discussed here on out are all alleged, but we've compiled quite the collection of shocking mugshots that will blow your mind. Facts First presents These Mugshots Went Viral. You'll see why. Before we get started, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Tap the bell icon to turn on notifications so you never have to miss another one of our videos. MEKHI ALANTE lucky. We're guessing he didn't feel too lucky when he was arrested for motor vehicle larceny and evading arrest in 2016. His mugshot got him quite a few shares online, though, due to his absolutely amazing eyes. He has a disorder called heterochromia, which results in his eyes being two very different colors. One of his eyes is icy blue, and the other is a rich, warm brown. His luck soon improved after his arrest when he caught the eye of DeMonte O'Brien, founder of St. Clair Modeling Agency. In 2017, he signed a contract with St. Clair and quickly started walking down the runway for New York City's famous Fashion Week. Jeremy Meeks. Jeremy, unfortunately, has had a rocky history with the legal system. In 2014, he was arrested for possessing a firearm, even though he's a convicted felon. It should be noted that he's a documented member of the Crips as well, so there's that. Once police posted his mugshot on Facebook, however, the world went wild over his steely eyes, chiseled jawline, and seductively pouty lips. He was sentenced to prison for 27 months, of which he only served 13. But while he was in the pen, he signed a contract to start modeling. He made his runway debut in 2016 and now travels the globe with his new career. Perhaps crime did pay for Jeremy, but you can't exactly bank on that. Morgan Joyce VARN. Tattoos are pretty common in mugshots, but Morgan made waves when her mugshot was posted in 2017. Not only does she have quite the collection of face tats, but it appeared as if she had tattooed the whites of her eyes as well. The practice isn't as uncommon as you might think, but the pitch-black eyes only added to her devilish persona. She was arrested in South Carolina on kidnapping, armed robbery, and property damage charges. The mugshot went viral and was even reported by the BBC. Yikes, can you picture that face breaking into your home? No word yet on how much time she got in the slammer, but we're guessing folks in there won't be messing with her. Justin Lamar Richardson. Richardson was arrested in 2017 for violating his probation. Apparently, he had made a habit of doing that, which, in case you didn't know, is a bad thing. Instead of taking the time to reflect on how he messed up, he decided to grab a bite to eat while he was getting his mugshot taken. Right before the shot, he had expressed how hungry he was. Most cops would have brushed him off and told him he had to wait for dinner like everyone else, but they were feeling generous and hooked him up with a bologna sandwich. He must have been pretty proud of his score because he sure looked pleased with himself, showing it off for the camera. Eventually, the department realized the picture made the department look unprofessional and made him retake it. That didn't stop the media and internet from having a field day with it first, though. Megan McCullough. There's been a recurring trend of gorgeous convicts' mugshots in recent years making the rounds on the internet, but Megan might have started the trend way back in 2010, although we're sure she didn't mean to. She was arrested for DUI and felt terrible for the mess she had gotten herself into. She told the Huffington Post she was crying throughout the whole booking process and only managed to compose herself for a second to take the mugshot. The pouty-eyed, just-finished crying look took the internet by storm, and her picture was trending all over the place, from Reddit to BuzzFeed and everything in between. She had become somewhat of a sensation. FIDEL Gonzalez Gutierrez. Can you guess why this guy's mugshot made him famous? Wonder if Rudolph or his workshop elves paid his bail. Get this, old St. Nick got arrested for multiple counts of dealing cocaine. There's probably a joke about Santa slinging snow, but we're sure everybody probably already beat us to it. MICAH MUSSER. Take a good hard look at this kid's neck. No, he isn't some kind of giraffe-human hybrid. Those are all hickeys. He was arrested for drinking in a squat house when he was only 18. He was charged with trespassing in what's called unlawful transaction with a minor, which just meant he was drinking with someone else that was underage. He says he and his friends were temporarily homeless at the time. Since then, he's turned his life around. Although maybe he should invest in some turtlenecks. Luciano Gutierrez. We're going to let this one speak for itself. In case you're wondering, he was arrested for his 9th DUI. Not even sure if dumb really covers it, but at least he knows what he's doing wrong. Sarah SEAWRIGHT. Yet another attractive mugshot that got the internet buzzing, with comments about how, quote, she can kidnap me any day, as one Twitter user put it, and, quote, put her on house arrest with me, as another quipped. As adorable as she might look, her rap sheet is far less endearing. She's been charged with crimes like robbery, battery, kidnapping, and tampering with evidence. She also really tried to capitalize on her newfound 15 minutes of fame, using her social media presence to try to get herself booked on talk shows, but alas, she has slipped back into internet obscurity. Sarah FURAY. If you didn't know this was a mugshot, you would just suspect Sarah was taking a selfie. She has to be the happiest person to ever have her mugshot taken. Did she miss the memo about what she was being charged with? Apparently, she was arrested for having 31.5 grams of cocaine, 126 grams of weed, 29 ecstasy pills, some meth, and 60 doses of an LSD analog in her apartment. Perhaps she was high on her own supply when this picture was taken, but she won't be smiling if she gets hit with the 215 maximum years she was facing in prison if convicted of all her alleged crimes. As of 2020, however, she's still not spent a day in jail. Maybe, just maybe, it's because her dad is a DEA agent. But of course, that wouldn't have anything to do with it. Official records do indicate her case is still ongoing. Angela Green. This lady was apparently at a hotel in Ohio when she refused to leave at checkout time. The cops showed up and told her she needed to get the heck out or pay for another night, and she refused both options, so she was carted off to jail. She must have been feeling some type of way when it was time for her mugshot because she gave those cops one of the most outlandish duck faces we've ever seen. Lucas William Vincent. No, we didn't say Vincent van Gogh, although that would have made sense. New Zealand police released his picture when he failed to show up to court on an assault charge. But of course, once it made its way to the internet, no one could take the mugshot seriously. Guess that's what happens when you live life irresponsibly. Get it? Mireille Ponce. Hey look, another attractive criminal. Too bad she was arrested with driving with a concealed and loaded gun with her baby in the car with her. Additionally, she's a member of the Tiny Rascal Gang, which is the largest Asian street gang in America. Charles Dion McDowell. Charles was booked on charges of coke and meth possession with the intent to distribute. Oh yeah, and he tried to flee when the cops tried to apprehend him. But seriously, take a look at that neck. How did it get so beefy? Shortly after his release, he got to meet another necky internet star named Daddy Longneck, who in contrast has a very thin and elongated neck. Sometimes life is very strange. BEEZOW Doo-Doo ZOPITTYBOP-BOP-BOP. Formerly known as Jeffrey Wilschke, this man was arrested in Madison, Wisconsin for smoking pot in a park, possessing a knife which was concealed, and violating the terms of his probation. There's nothing particularly astounding about his mugshot, but you certainly have to question his legal name change. To be fair, it did get him a few mentions on network television being the topic of conversation on CNN and Jimmy Kimmel Live, as well as local news shows all across the country. At least he got his 15 minutes. Craig Buckner. We'll wrap up with this one. Yes, that's a macaw. And yes, that's a real mugshot. Apparently in 2016, he reported to the county courthouse in Washington County, Oregon, with his feathered friend on his shoulder. Unexpectedly, the judge ordered him to be arrested for failing to comply with the terms of his release for previous charges. Meanwhile, the guy had no clue he was going to jail and was very worried about his bird. A very kindly court employee allowed him to phone a friend to pick up the bird while he was serving out his sentence. But in the meantime, while waiting for the friend to arrive, they had to take the mugshot. Of course, the photo then went viral, as one would expect. Well, here we are yet again at the end of another video. Moral of the story, don't get arrested and your mugshot will never go viral. But if it does, Try to get a modeling gig out of it or something. Who do you think had the wildest mugshot? Was it the guy with the macaw or the girl with the pitch black eyes? Let us know who you think really outshines the rest in the comments section. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.